Hi, welcome to the gameplay video of Inception. This will not be a tutorial video, this will not explain the rules. I just wanted to show how it plays. I don't know how it turns out at all. Nothing is prepared here, and I think I'll give this, 3 attempts, and if I win one of the games I'll load it up. If not, I just upload the best one, or the one that shows you the most of the game. There might be some edits in the video because I have to, leave the table, shift the camera, but I promise I won't cheat. You just have to believe me. So this is the setup. I hope you can see this clear enough on camera. This is level 4. The 3 characters, Cobb, Sato and Arthur, and the 3 characters to recruit, the stewardess, and I think I'll have enough place for my hand, and maybe the convince display goes here. So I draw my my starting hand, which is a grenade launcher, the explosion, and none of this is real card. And at the beginning of my turn, I will draw another 2 cards. And one is called as a flashback, the red card, which goes to Cobb immediately and gives him -1 convince and -1 strength. And let me see what I do here. I think I'll give Cobb the grenade launcher. And I'll keep the rest of the cards and draw the first event from level 4, which is an attack. An attack. And the attack goes to Cobb with a strength of 8. So there's nothing I can do against it. Sato has, to Cobb. He has a strength of 5 at the moment. 3 plus the grenade launcher -1. This is 5. 6, 7, 8. Wow. Yep, I think I'm gonna do this. I will discard the 3 cards I have here for 3 additional points of strength, which gives him a strength of 8, and I get rid of this attack card. My next turn, I draw 2 more cards. I got the Shouldn't Be Afraid card, which ignores an attack, that's great, and another grenade launcher, which I'll give to Arthur, of course, he needs one. And I keep this card as a reaction card. Let me see what's happening next. Nash! Nash shows up, and Nash gives me 2 cards, which is great. No, he's the traitor. I should know my own game. Discard 2 cards from hand. This is very bad. So I discard the only card I have, which is one of the best in the game, and start my next turn with 2 cards. The spinning top and the doubts. I'm using the spinning top to look at the top card of an event deck. So I discard this one and have a look. It is Sedate Fisher, which I'm not able to, of course. If I leave it on top of the deck, I will have a safe turn, but his convince value, his strength will add 1. Will be increased by 1. But since I don't have any cards in my hand, I just put him on top of the deck. I'll end my turn here. I draw the event card, which is, hey, Sedate Fisher, what a surprise. And my convince value is 4, 5, 6. So I need 16. So he goes back on the bottom of the deck, and I'll add a +1 symbol. I don't know where you can see it. I just put it on this side so you don't see it, but I remind you and you remind me. My next turn, I draw 2 cards. 2 guns. I will just keep them, just in case I need them against an attack to increase my strength. And draw the next event card, which is an attack. It goes to Cobb again. It will be first Ariadne, which is not in play, and then Eames, who's not in play. So it's Cobb with a strength of... The attack has a strength of 9, he has a strength of 5, still 6, 7, 8. There is nothing I can do against this attack. That's bad. Okay, I lose this attack. Cobb goes back to weak, down to weak. The card says, the attack says, discard, I don't know if you can see this, discard 1 card from your hand. I'll discard a gun. And the attack goes back to the bottom of the pile, which is pretty bad. So let's draw the next 2 cards in my turn. Fisher's Father, which only has a convince value of 3 when played in level 1, so he's pretty worthless here. And the none of this is a real card. Okay, I start my convince display here, okay? Hope you can see this. Yep, this is now my convince display, and I got a convince value of 2. And I'll keep these 3 cards and see what happens next. It's Cobb's Father, great. If you have less than 5 cards in your C display, which we obviously have, you may place this card in the C display. So my C display now has a value of 4, and it says draw another card. Event card. Recruit Eames. This is my chance to recruit Eames. I need a convince value of 14. So I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, not at all. And no special abilities, no reaction cards. This is a bad start, but we will see. So I will not convince Eames, and this is my first attempt and I failed. I just tap him to remind me that I failed the first attempt, and the recruit card goes back on the bottom of the deck. I draw another 2 cards. The unusual escape, and another none of this is real card. I think I'll add the none of... No, I think I add the doubts card to my convince display. I got 6 here. And I'll keep the other ones. Another attack. This one goes to Sato with a strength of 9. And I have no card to redirect this attack or to ignore it. So Sato is turned from healthy to weak. I mean, it's no secret Sato will die anyway, so I don't have a problem sacrificing. Another 2 cards. Another 2 cards. Wow, a reaction card +3 to convince Fisher. Oh, I don't have to convince Fisher in this level. And a sniper rifle. And I have to get rid of 1 card at least because my hand limit is 5. And I cannot place a card in the convince display because it's a maximum of 3. Man. So I discard. Oh, wait a second. I play this card. I play none of this is real. If there are less than 5 cards in your convince display, move one attached card from any level to the convince display, and I'll move the grenade launcher, which has a convince value of 3, to the convince display, and I'll add, so this card I played, I have to discard it, and I'll add the sniper rifle to Arthur, which is, well, 1 strength less, but 4 cards in the convince display. I hope someone shows up to convince, to recruit. Let's draw the next event card. It is Yusuf's Dream Room. Draw 2 cards from the team deck. And since this is not my turn, not the play cards turn, or the step 5 on this little help sheet card, I don't have to discard down to 5 at the moment. So I got 2 more cards, a doubts card and an explosion. And the card says draw 2 cards from the team deck, then draw a new event card. I'll draw a new event card, which is another attack. I hate those attacks. This is an attack against Arthur with a strength of 8. Wow, let's see what we can do. 5, 6, 7, 8. I could redirect. No, that's useless. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to discard 3 cards to add to my strength. This is what I'm gonna do. I'll discard the gun, I'll discard Fisher's father, and the doubts card. So Arthur's, oh, I need another one. Man, I should calculate. I discard imitating Browning. So 4 strength, 5, 6, 7, 8. Against an attack of 8, I win. This card will be discarded. So, the next 2 cards. Another flashback. My God. I hate Maul. I just hate her. And a kiss. Nope, nothing more I'll do here. I will draw the next card, which is Maul attacks. She attacks and I have to convince her not to attack with a convince value of 14. Okay, let's see what we get. Cobb's convince value is reduced to 0 because of his flashback card. So I got 1, 2, 3 plus my 9 cards. Do you believe this? This convince display is 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12. And no reaction card that allows me to increase my convince value. So I cannot convince her. She chooses a character which is Arthur, and he will lose his weapon. And I have to discard 2 cards from my hand. The kiss card and I think I have to keep the explosion card just in case Cobb is attacked because he's on his weak side. That was Maul attack. Nasty woman. She's discarded. Okay, let's draw another 2 cards. A kick. The kick card is almost useless in level 4. I could place it in the convince display to get 3 to my convince value, but my convince display is full. So I would say the sniper rifle goes to Arthur, and I draw the next event card. Recruit Yusuf. Okay, I need a convince value of 13. This is 9 again, 10, 11, 12. Nope, nothing I can do here. So this is the first attempt to convince Yusuf. I'll tap him to remember this. So I'd say there's still Ariadne to show up to convince before we start repeating cards I had to put underneath the deck. And Ariadne has a convince level of 15 as far as I remember. So hopefully I draw some cards to do something against it. First of all, I got the first aid card, which is great because I can rotate a character to his next health state. So Cobb is healthy right now and his convince value is increased by 2. That's cool. First aid card is discarded. Now my convince value is 9, 10, 14. Come on. But I have no idea how to increase it to 15. So, let's draw the next card, which is Recruit Ariadne with convince value of 15. We already calculated this, 9, 10, 12, 14. Failed to convince her. She's put back on the draw deck. So I think we reached the part where we're going to repeat cards, and there are 2 attacks. There is Fisher to sedate and all the recruitment cards. Wow. Let's draw another 2 cards and see what comes up. Nothing that helps me to increase my convince display. Oh, sure. Ariadne follows Cobb in his dreams and he can discard one of his flashbacks, which is great. Annoying flashbacks. And then let's see what happens next. We got sedate Fisher. We need a strength of 16. 6. 10. Not at all. We need a strength of 17 because we already failed one convince. So I think we'll fail again, which isn't not that much of a problem. I'll turn the reminder card. I drop the reminder card. I turn it to the number 2 plus 2. We know Fisher has a plus 2 right now. And next I expect a attack card to come up. The Blonde. A reaction card when convincing. This is what I needed. And a grenade. That's cool. I have to play 1 card because of my hand limit, my card limit. I will discard. I want to keep this. I want to keep. I discard a card that increases Ariadne's health. I know she'll show up very late, so I hope I'll draw this card again later. Let's see. Another attack. And Cobb is attacked with a strength of 9. He has a strength of 6. So I have to discard 3 cards. I don't have any reaction card. That's bad. I'll discard Mr. Charles. I'll discard the kick. And I don't want to, but I have to discard the grenade. Yes. 3 plus 3 is 9. Defeat it. To the discard pile. The next 2 cards are Cobb's Father, reaction when convincing. That's cool. I'll keep those cards and draw the next card. It says Recruit Eames. It's the second attempt, and it's still convince value 14. So let's see. This is 9 from the convince display. 10, 13, 15. Well, here we are. So I'd have to discard my whole convince display. 4, 6 from here, plus 9. Okay. I discard the display, but Eames comes into play. Healthy. And I just move the stewardess. She's just, she's not really a part of the game. It's only for fluff reasons. That helps. Now I know there's an attack coming and another convince. This will be tough. I draw 2 cards. The pen rolls there as a reaction when attacked on level 2. So I don't need this card. This goes right into the convince display. And let me see. Our convince value is 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I play this card and I got a reaction card that would make it go up to 14, I will add this card to the convince display. Ariadne's training. This only adds 1, so I'm at 3, but I feel safe if no attack comes out right now. Let's see. An attack! Wow, what a surprise. The attack goes to Sato. And you know what? I will let Sato die. I could redirect this attack, but if I'd redirect it to Cobb with a strength of 6, we need 9. I have to discard 3 cards, and I want to use them for a good convince value. Okay, this is what happens to Cobb, to Sato, sorry, where is it here? Man. No tourist on this job, tourists die. He's placed in the Limbo, level 0, which is down here. And a card goes back underneath the draw pile. I just hope I don't have to face it again. My next turn, I draw 2 cards, Cops Kids and Walk Away, which is a reaction card that adds strength. And Cops Kids, which allows me to draw 3 cards, discard 1 and keep the other 2. And this is what I'm gonna do right now. I'll draw 1, 2, 3, the last 3 cards of my draw pile. And I'll keep the chess piece and the grenade, and I'll discard the gun. So now I need to play some cards. I will play. That's a tough decision. I don't want to get rid of the reaction cards. They are great. This one is great too. This one gives me health. Come on. Okay. Here we go. Of course, we can move these guys here. Eames gets the grenade, and the chess piece goes to the convince display. So these are my 5 cards, and ready for the next event. The next event is recruit yourself with a convince value of 13. Our convince value is 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need 3 more. 3, no, wait a second, one more. 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I need 13, I need one more. So I will use the blonde, which gives me +2 to my convince value. She's a reaction card, so I can play her anytime. So Yusuf joins the team, healthy. Let's place him here. Whew. Time to reshuffle our team deck. I always keep forgetting this card, which comes from level 4 and is added to the convince display. And I always shuffle it in the deck, so just removed it. Deck is shuffled. I'll draw 2 more cards. A reaction card when convincing Fisher, imitate Browning. And a sniper rifle. The sniper rifle goes to Yusuf. He'll need it. And yeah, I'll keep the rest of it. And turn over the next card, which is Recruit Ariadne. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have discarded the Convince display. And now I made a real mistake. Okay, I should have discarded this. And this, of course, then is shuffled in the deck. And in my turn, I should have placed some cards there. But I didn't. So I guess I will not be able to convince Ariadne. Woo, bad mistake. I need a convince value of 15. I got 3, 5, plus 5 is 10. Great. I got Cop's Father, a reaction card when convincing, which lets me add 1 card from my hand to the C display. If I add this, I'll be at 13. No, that's really bad. Bad mistake. Okay. So this was my second attempt. Since I failed it, I'll turn Ariadne to her weak side. And on the third attempt, she automatically shows up weak. Oh my god, but she's on the bottom of the pile, so this attack will show up again. Okay, that was a bad turn. Let's see how this turns out. I draw 2 more cards. There's a card which lets me increase Ariadne's health, and since she'll enter the game weak, I'll keep this card. And another Cut Kids card, which allows me to draw 3 cards, keep 1, keep 2 and discard 1. Of course, this will let me ignore an attack. I'll keep it. And I'll discard a kiss. So after discard or play cards, turn down to 5. So let's fill out the convince display. 1 card goes here. And 2, I'll add the explosion card. I have to add another one. I'll add the imitating Browning card. So I'm back to 5 cards and got 6 convince points, or convince strength, however you call it, and my convince display. Where is Fisher? Here he is. Sedate Fisher with a strength of 16. Wow, let's see what we got here. We got 6, 10, 17. if I discard the grenade, because grenades have to be discarded when used. How about 6, 10, 14? Oh, I missed it again. It's not 16, we need 18 because Fisher is on +2 because I failed 2 times. We need 18, and I will not be able to get this without using Eames and his grenade. So, again, 6, 10, 17, 21, this would be enough. Grenade is discarded, Fisher is sedated. This is the goal number 1, or one of the 2 goals. You don't have to achieve the goals in order, of level 4. Eames is without a weapon. I draw 2 more cards. The blonde adds to the convince value. I know the next thing that comes up is the attack. And I could ignore the attack with my reaction card here, but this is pretty, useful maybe later, so I hope I don't have to. I got the reaction card here, I got the blonde. I have to discard some cards. There's no cards I can attach. I can play no more cards to the convince display because there are already 3. So I have to discard. I discard the Penrose stairs, which only work good at level 2. And I'll discard Cobb's father. Yep. And here we go with an attack. Cobalt Engineering. Sato is already in Limbo, so oh my god, it hits Eames with a strength of 9. It's the only guy who doesn't have any weapon, and I have no ability or card to redirect it. Okay, I don't want Eames to go too healthy. So, reaction when attacked, ignore attack, place the attack card back under the draw pile. This is what I'm going to do. I'll draw 2 more cards. I know Ariadne will now show up, and she needs convince of 15, right? We got 3, 4, 5, 10, 16. So nothing I have to do here. I drew an explosion, which is cool, and Fisher's father, which is only helpful on level 1, only really helpful on level 1, so I will discard him to go back to 5 cards. And here we go, recruit Ariadne, 2nd attempt, no, 3rd attempt. I don't have to recruit her, I should know my own game, I'm sorry, maybe I'm nervous because I'm in front of the camera. So, she automatically joins, because it was 3rd attempt, but she joins weak, which is pretty bad. This is level 4, this was level 4, I achieved both goals, and I'll make a quick cut to move everything down and adjust the camera for you. Okay, we're at level 3. I just shifted all the characters to level 3 except the stewardess. We still have our convince display here, and this is my hand. First of all, let me just shuffle the event deck so you guys see that I'm not cheating. And I could also, if you want to, shuffle the team deck. So, let's go. My next turn. I draw 2 cards. I get the spinning top and a gun. The first thing I'm gonna do is I will play the rest card, which allows me to turn a weak character to healthy, because Ariadne entered the game weak. So she is healthy and I feel better. And she has only a strength of 1. even better. I got a distorted reality, a awareness training, which allows me to rotate her one more. So now she's strong and she can use her special ability if she wants to. Back down to 5 cards. I think I'm gonna use the spinning top. I can look at the top card of any deck and decide to put it back on top or underneath the deck. And of course I choose the level 3 event deck. This is the Inception. Wow, we need the Inception. And it will be a convince of 20. At the moment we have 7, 10, 14, 16. Well, this is luck. 16 plus 2 for Ariadne's special ability is 18, plus the reaction card. I'll keep this on top of the deck. I'll end my turn, the play phase, and draw this card. I have to do my first Inception, and I need to convince Fisher with 20. Let's hope I just calculated this right. So 4 plus 4 minus 1 is 7. 9, 12, 14 plus 6 is 18. I am too stupid to calculate it. 4, 7, 10, 14. I already got 20. I don't need the reaction card. And I don't need Ariadne's ability. So what did I do just? What did I just do? Okay, I'll discard this. 6, 10, yeah, 20. So I got my first Inception, which is the first part of the level goal. Great. Keep this here as a reminder. And let's hope for the kick. I can immediately go to the next level. Maybe I draw the kick from the team deck. I hope so. Let's draw 2 cards from the team deck. And it's another flashback. Not so good. And Ariadne's training. Still need a weapon for Eames. Eames is without a weapon. Anyway, I won't play any further cards. I'll just draw the next event. The kick. Okay, this is luck. This is luck, and well, this was level 3. I'm sorry. This can happen. So I got the kick and the first Inception, and I have to decide which character I'm gonna leave at level 3. I think I will leave. I always like to keep Ariadne, Cobb, and Eames because they're just, I'd say, the best characters. So Arthur or Yusuf, I don't care. Let's leave Yusuf back here, which is thematically, it sticks to the movie. And I'll just move everything again and then be back in a minute. This is level 3 with Yusuf and the kick card, level 2 with our characters and my hand. Well, you saw me shuffling the deck, so there was no edit in between. It just happened and I'm happy. But I'm not confident. This can go downwards pretty fast. My next turn, I'll draw 2 cards. And I have the kick and a grenade launcher. And the grenade launcher goes to Eames or Ariadne. Ha! Tough decision. I'd say Eames. Eames gets a grenade launcher for a total strength of 6. And I got the kick card, which could be helpful. And Since I have to go down to 5 cards and don't have anything I just want to put in the convince display, I'll attach the gun to Ariadne. So down to 5 cards. Let's see what happens next. Inception, Fisher's Inception, with a convince value of 17, 4, 6, 11. I should have put something in the convince display. Yeah, I could add 2 more as a reaction, but that wouldn't be enough. So I fail Fisher's Inception and turn my reminder card to +1, and I'll place it, let's say I place it here near the convince display. I hope I think of it next time. And I'm going to draw 2 more cards. First 8. Wow. That's cool. I'm not sure if we're going to use it now. I got the doubts card and add it to the convince display for 2 points. And man, I just want to keep all those cards. The kick, an explosion reaction, a convince reaction, a strength reaction. These are the best cards in the game. Okay, I use the first 8 card and turn Arthur to, oh wait, I turn Cobb to strong. So I got Ariadne strong, Cobb strong, Arthur healthy, Eames healthy, and Yusuf, don't forget Yusuf, healthy. The next event is the real Browning. Convince with a convince value of 16. Now, since we turned some cards, we have 7, 10, 12, 14, and 2 if I play the blonde as a reaction. Let's see again. 4 plus 5 minus 2 plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10, 14, 16. I discard her and of course discard the card from the convince display. And I can discard this card. Here we go with another 2 cards, a gun and a grenade. I think I'll discard the gun from Ariadne and give her the grenade, which makes her pretty powerful. And still don't want to place anything in the convince display. So I will turn over the next card. Here comes Mr. Charles. This is all convince cards in a row. Wow. Okay, here comes Mr. Charles. We need a convince value of 17. And I don't have any convince reactions, I don't have anything in the convince display, so we fail. And if we fail to convince, there are 2 attacks happening. The first attack is a strength 10 attack against Eames. Eames has a strength of 6. And I will use the walk away reaction card, which gives him +2, is 8. And I have to discard 2 more cards to get a strength of 10. So I'll discard the gun and Ariadne's training. Pretty sad, but I have to. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we defeated the first attack. The second attack is a strength 8 attack against Ariadne. And she has a strength of 6. Well, I could discard these 2 cards to give her a strength of 8. But I want to keep those. So I will use Cobb's special ability. I'll turn him down from strong to healthy. I can draw 2 cards. Maybe these are cards and I will want to discard. Yeah. So again I have to discard 2 cards to help Ariadne. This is one of it, a gun. And I don't want to discard this one. I'll discard the explosion card. So Ariadne has strength 2 plus 4 from the grenade, which I have to discard. 6, 7, 8. That was tough. My next turn, I draw 2 cards. And what I have, Mr. Charles and a reaction card. I'm not sure what will come up next, so I'm missing a lot of attacks here. I guess I just keep those cards, just in case I need them. And we got an attack on Van on level 3. So this card attacks Yusuf. But it doesn't need any strength, it just says character loses weapon. So I discard this event and Yusuf loses his weapon. So I hope to draw another one. I'll draw 2 cards. Come on. No weapon. So the unusual escape and the doubts card. I will use Ariadne follows Covenant's dream to discard a flashback. I should have done this last turn. So he's 1 point stronger and 1 point more convince value. I'm thinking of putting something in my convince display, but not too much. Maybe the Mr. Charles card. It's a convince value of 2, but 3 when convincing Fisher. Let's keep it like this and see what happens next. Fisher is threatening to kill himself. Draw only 1 card next turn and draw a new event card. Whew. I draw my new event card. It's an attack in the hotel. It's strength 9 and it hits Arthur with a strength of 4. And I cannot increase it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I discarded the unusual escape, I could discard cards from my C display and add 1 to my strength per card discarded, but it's only 1. So I would discard this card and get +1 strength, and this is not working. Nothing to protect him, nothing to redirect the attack, so Arthur is hit and he is too weak. And he loses his weapon and the card is discarded. It's the beginning of my next turn, and because of the previous event I only have to can draw 1 card. None of this is real. I need some weapons, and I need some cards to make my characters healthier. Anyway, I'll add this card to the convince display for another 2 convince points. And turn over the next event. Attack in hotel. Again, another attack. Strength 9 against Eames. Okay, we can handle this. Eames has a strength of 6. I need 3 more. And I will not use the reaction card. I just discard doubts, this card, and the unusual escape. So 3 plus 6 is 9. Survive the attack in the hotel. Let's discard it. I draw 2 more cards. The chess piece. I use the chess piece to look at the top card of my event deck. It's another attack, and this would hit Ariadne, which would not be good. So I choose to put it on the bottom of the pile, and I won't play more cards. So let's see what happens. The kick. This is the preparation, the kick of level 2, and I have to draw a new event card. Attack on Van. Oh my god, it's on level 3. Strength of 8 against Yusuf with a strength of 2. I don't have any reaction card, so Yusuf is turned too weak. We really have to take care of Yusuf, give him a weapon, whatever. I have to reshuffle the event deck. And draw 2 more cards. Please. Something useful. Nothing useful. It's just nothing useful. But the next card that shows up will be the convince card. The Fisher convince card. What is our convince value? 7, 10, 11, 16. So I will use the kick card, the team kick card, and place it in convince display. And we got second Inception. Convince Fisher 17 plus 1 because we failed the first attempt. So we need 18. Let's have a look again. 7, 10, 11, 14, 16, 19 because you get 3 from this card. So I discard the convince display, and yeah, we're done with this level. We achieved our goals. We convinced Fisher and we got the kick card right here. So let's move on to the next level. So we are at level 1. This is level 3 with the kick card and Yusuf on his weak side without weapon. We got level 2 with the kick card and Arthur, I left Arthur there, with his weak side without weapon. I really hope I draw some weapons. And on level 1 we have pretty strong characters. Ariadne is strong, Cobb is healthy, and Eames is healthy. So that's kind of okay. Let's see what happens. Level 1 is tough. I draw 2 cards. I get an explosion and a kiss. By the way, this is level 0 and Sato in Limbo down there. Just move it a bit to have more place for my hand. This is not one useful card. It is. I will use the kiss to turn Ariadne from strong to healthy and turn another character on any level 1 health state up. And of course I will use this on Yusuf or Arthur. Let me see. Arthur goes to 2, Yusuf goes to 2. This is pretty much the same. So anyway, I'll just turn Arthur to his healthy side. And then I got the Ariadne's training card to turn Ariadne back to strong again. So she trained a bit, she's back to strong. So, the first event card from level 1 is the final Inception. Convince Fisher with convince value of 18. We got 710. Yeah. So, no way. And if we fail the second Inception, we lose the game. Or I lose the game. So, let's just remind that we failed the first Inception. We got a reminder card here. First attempt failed. I'll place it here. Let me just have another look here. Yes. I draw 2 cards. Weapons. I think first I will place Fisher's father in a convince display, because on level 1 he has +3 instead of +1 convince value. I hope you can see this. Then we have a sniper rifle, and the sniper rifle will go to Yusuf because he's weak, and I hope I can save him when he's attacked again. And I draw a next event card. She's only a projection. Convince. I have to convince Ariadne with a convince value of 13. If I fail, I have to discard 2 cards from my hand. I don't want to fail. So I got 10 here plus 3. This is exactly 13. So I discard Fisher and discard. So I draw 2 more cards. The first 8. Great. I have to use the first 8 on Yusuf to turn him back to healthy before he gets attacked. That's the first 8. And I will use the chess piece to look at the top event card, the kick. Yeah, and I put it back on top of the deck. That's all I'm gonna play, so I'll turn over the top event card, which is, hey, surprise, the kick. I'll place on this level, and I have to draw another event card. Snowmobile attack on this level, the strength of 10 against Eames. Well, Eames has a strength of 6. I could play this as a reaction card. For 2 more is 8, 9, 10. I will do this. 6 reaction, 2 is 8, 9, 10. So he survived the snowball attack. And I need some more cards in my hand. I will not play anything, I just need them as reaction cards. And Ski Patrol attacks with a strength of 9, and they attack Cobb. That's bad. Cobb has a strength of 6. I cannot redirect the attack, I don't have any reaction cards, so I will lose this fight. Cobb will lose it, and he will be turned to his weak side, and the Ski Patrol goes back on the bottom of the deck. I draw 2 more cards. The Explosion and another Doubts card. I'll keep them. I have to have 4 or 5 cards in my hand. There are so many attacks in here. And Arthur still don't has a weapon. Wow, so another snowminer attack. My god, who shuffled this? I didn't shuffle, huh? I didn't show you the shuffling, but I did. Strength 11 on who's next? Ariadne. No way. I could redirect the attack with the Explosion card, but this wouldn't help. And since Ariadne is strong, yeah, I let the attack hit her, and she returned to, wait a second, healthy. And this card will be discarded. I'll draw 2 more cards. Hey, a gun. I know this is a weapon, but it's, well, not a good weapon at all. But I drew Cobb's Kids. I can draw 3 cards from the team deck. I can keep 1 and have to discard. I can keep 2 and discard 1. I discard the gun. And I keep these 2, the Rest and the Blonde. And the Rest allows me to turn a weak character back to healthy, which I will do with Cobb. The Blonde is great for convincing, and I think I'll place the Doubts card in the Convince display. So I'm back to 5 cards in my hand. Oh, this is... I have no idea how to pronounce this. Defibrillator, whatever. Yeah, I can increase the health of the character on this level by 1. And I will increase Cobb to strong. But I have to draw a new card immediately. And this is the Corridor fight at level 2 against Arthur with a strength of 5. And no cards, no hand cards may be used to boost character strength. So, that's it. That's it. He loses the attack and is turned to his weak side. I draw 2 more cards. I drew a sniper rifle and the spinning top. I want to use the spinning top first to look at the top card of the event deck, which is another corridor fight, and this will kill Arthur. So this card goes to the bottom of the deck. Whew! And we got a sniper rifle, and I want to give the sniper rifle to Arthur or Ariadne. Arthur or Ariadne. I think Arthur just needs it more. Yeah. I'll draw the next event card. The van roll over on level number 1. Yusuf rolls over with his van, which is an attack with strength 6. Yusuf has 2 plus 2 from his sniper rifle is 4, so we need 2 more. So I'm gonna discard 2 cards to give him strength 6, which is the gun card and the dogs card. So he survived the attack or his accident. I draw 2 more cards, another gun and a reaction card, where I can use cards from my hand to increase my convince value as a reaction. This is cool. This is cool. So I will play... I'm tempted to place this card and convince display, but I'm not sure. Yeah, let me do this. Okay, convince 4 in the convince display. And the next card is Sato is wounded. If Sato is lost in Limbo, draw a new card. He is already lost in Limbo, so we're gonna draw a new card, which is another ski patrol attack on Cobb with strength 9. Well, 6. I have to discard. I would have to discard 3 cards, and I guess I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'll discard the gun, the reaction card here, and I want to keep the blonde, the explosion card. So 6 plus 3 is 9, and he survived the ski patrol attack. And another 2 cards. Another reaction card. Cobb's father, and Ariadne, who follows Cobb in his dream, can discard a flashback from Cobb. Yes, I'll do this. I'll play the card and discard this flashback from Cobb. Let's check our current convince value, just in case Fisher shows up. 8, 11, 15, plus 2 is 17. Yeah. And I don't remember Fisher's convince value. It was 17, wasn't it 17? We'll find out. It's Maul. Even worse. We have to convince Maul with a convince value of 15. And if we fail, she'll attack. She'll attack Cobb with a strength of 10. That sucks. Okay, convince value of 15. 11 plus 4 is 15. Well, I used the cards from the convince display, and we convinced Maul not to attack. I draw 2 more cards, and I need high convince levels. Wow, this is cool. This is a reaction card when convincing Fisher, which gives plus 3. This is the ignore and attack card, which is very important in the hand, but I will place it here because there are only 3 cards left, and I know Fisher will show up. So we will be at 11, 14, 17, 19, up to 19. That should be enough. And we got Fisher's final Inception. Second attempt because we failed the first attempt. Convince him with 18. Again, this is 3 plus 5 plus 3 is 11. Plus 3 is 14. Plus reaction from the blonde from 2 is 16. Plus 3 imitating Browning is 19. Woo! We did it. We did the final Inception which is not the end of the game, but a great success. I'll discard all these cards and rearrange the table, and I will be back. We are back at the level 0, the Limbo. And before I forget, I'll shuffle these cards. So, sorry for this mess. Usually I just keep them underneath each other, but I want to keep it on camera without zooming out too much. This is level 3 with Yusuf. Yusuf is healthy with a sniper rifle, so a total strength of 4. On level 2 is Arthur. Arthur is weak, so we have to be careful with the sniper rifle. And this is level 1 with Eames. Eames is healthy with the grenade launcher, so I'm fine. Ariadne is healthy, Cobb is strong, and Sato is inactive. And this is my hand. I'll start by drawing 2 cards. Let me just check if this is recording. It is recording. Find a grenade. Grenade is great. There won't be many attacks on level 0 in Limbo. So I'm thinking of either giving the grenade to Ariadne because she doesn't have a weapon, or give it to Arthur because he is weak and he also only has a sniper rifle. And I think I'll do this. So I'll discard the sniper rifle and he'll get the grenade. Now he feels much safer. And I'll draw the first card. Resist Maul. So, to resist Maul, we need a convince value of 11. And we have a convince value of 8. And no reaction card. I could use Cobb's special ability to turn him to healthy and draw 2 cards. Then we would have 7. And I would have to be very, very lucky to draw a reaction card which gives convince. I don't think so. It's not worth it. So let's see. We fail the convince, and I have to discard 2 cards from my hand. Well, that's it, and she goes back under the pile. So give me 2 cards, another grenade, and Ariadne's training. Man, I need cards for the convince display. Anyway, I'll add the grenade to Ariadne and draw next card. It's the Van Crash. The Van Crash on level 3 with Yusuf. And it's an attack with strength 8. He has strength 4. And I can only discard 1 card for strength 5. So he loses. He'll return to his weak side and nothing else. That's enough. Oh yeah, great. Cobb's flashback, Maul's death, and the Penrose Stairs, which is a reaction card that only works on level 2. Well, I think I'll place this card in my convince display. Let's say this is my new convince display. And I draw next card. The next card is Zero Gravity Fight. Man, why did I discard this card? Okay, Zero Gravity Fight on level 2 with strength 7. Arthur is weak on 1 with a grenade. which gives him +4. This is 5. So I need 2 more strength or he will die. He will end up in limbo. I only have 1 card to increase his strength. That would be 6. So I will use Cobb's special ability. I'll turn him to weak and draw 2 more cards after I shuffle the team deck. Two more cards from the team deck. Oh, great, another flashback card. So now to save Arthur, he's got strength 5, 6, 7. I have to discard both of my hand cards, his grenade, to save him. Another attack and he'll die. Or he'll not die because he's in a dream, he'll end up in limbo. My next turn, I draw 2 cards, I got a first aid card. Whew, that's good. And the first aid card is used for Arthur. Healthy. To turn him back to healthy, I need more hand cards, but I have to play those. And I have to play cards in the convince display. Whew. Now we have a van crash, the part where the van crashes through the bridge on level 3 with the Yusuf. It's an attack with strength 7. Yusuf has a strength of 3 including his weapon, and he is weak. And there's no way to boost it. So he will be turned to his inactive side and he'll end in limbo. Sniper rifle is lost and the card is put back underneath the draw pile. So we need someone on level 3 to activate the kick in the end, and we had 1 chance to send a character back. I draw the next 2 cards. A reaction card that gives +2 strength. And I will add this none of this is real card to the convince display for a convince value of 4. And wow, we had a lot of attacks. I will add the other card too. So this is 3 cards in the convince display. Let's see what happens. Sato. Convince Sato to come back with you with a convince value of 9. Our convince value is 3 plus 2 is 5. 6, 7, 8, 9 if I discard 2 cards from my convince display. That's good. So I'll discard these 2 and we convinced Sato, and Sato is turned back to his weak side. Where is his weak side? There is his weak side. And Yusuf is still inactive. Let's draw another 2 cards. The explosion and the rest. The rest lets me turn a weak character to healthy. I don't have a weak character except Sato. But I don't think he's gonna be attacked on this level. I don't know. I'll keep it this way. And we have the security guards attacking on level 1. They're attacking Eames with a strength of 7. Eames has a strength of 6. So I have to play 1 card. I'll use the explosion card to increase his strength to 7. So he escaped the attack. 2 more cards. The sniper rifle. That could be a good weapon for Arthur. Still on level 2. And I got the Kiss card. And I placed the Kiss card in the Convince display. I'll keep the other cards. Another attack on level 1, and this time it's strength 8. So we have strength 6 and the reaction card Walk Away, which gives me +2 strength. So we're at strength 8 and defeated the attack. This is going really good. Again, I'm playing with the rest card, which is make the game a bit easier. I drew Ariadne Follows Corp in his dream, which allows me to discard 1 flashback. And yeah, that's it for now. We got Free Fall. You may send 1 character that is lost in Limbo, sorry, back to level 1, 2 or 3 and it arrives healthy. I will send Yusuf back on his healthy side. And the card is discarded. So what's missing? Cobb is alive, Sato is alive. We have a character and a kick on each level, so the only thing is what's missing is to kill Maul, which will show up within these 3 cards. I drew these cards, I placed the Doubt card here, and another 0 gravity fight on level 2 against Arthur with a strength of 8. Well, he has a strength of 4, and he will lose the fight, turning into weak. The card goes back under the draw pile. I draw 2 more cards. I will use the rest card to turn Arthur back to his healthy side. And what did I draw? Ariadne's Distorted Reality. I'll use this card to increase Ariadne's health from healthy to strong. Now she can use her special ability. And another reaction card, the unusual escape, the explosion, and a gun. Who cares about a gun? No one. Next event, Resist Maul. Convince value of 11. I have a convince value of 5, plus 3 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so I only have to discard 2 cards to convince her. Let's check this again. Convince 11, 5 plus 3 is 8, 10, 12. So I'll discard these 2 cards. And then she attacks. This card is a bit different. Even if you fail, she attacks because she is really angry, and she attacks with a strength of 8 against all characters, and we are well prepared here. We have a strength of 6, 7, 8, 12. Since Ariadne is part of this fight, she has to discard her grenade, and we defeated Maul. Maul is dead. She deserved it. And with this is the goal card. We have Cobb and Sato alive. We killed Maul, and we have on each level a character, except level 0 of course, except Limbo, with a kick. So all these characters will activate the kick. They will all return, I cannot show this here, to the first level or to reality, and there Cobb will meet his family and everyone is happy and we won the game! With a lot of luck on level 3, I admit. Maybe I'll do another video, but that's how it works, and I'm really surprised I did it on the first attempt. So have fun with the game. This might have looked a bit boring, but if you really actually can read the cards and get into the feel a bit more and don't talk as much as me, you'll have fun with it. Post your videos if you want to. Bye!